Joystick, the Joystick Show. Up, down, left, right, B, A, select. Start.
Welcome, gamers, to our twisted reality. Almost a score ago, this father brought forth a new nation, Joystick Nation.
Joystick, the Joystick Show.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to the monthly episode of Joystick Show. A little bit over, actually. We were rocking and rolling here. We thought we'd wait for the special Father's Day edition.
Yep.
That's right, since we are a father and son combo and generational differences here on the Joystick Show. If you're first time tuning in, catching us, we appreciate you joining us. You're now officially anointed part of the Rumble Pack. Hey, Rumble Pack, what's happening? We have some good updates, some stuff going on. Had a ton of time to play some games. I want to talk to you about that as well. Along with my son, we go by our gamer tags. I am Bogue Spear.
I'm Thing12.
And Thing12, how do they get a hold of us if the new folks now want to pipe in, give some comments, and so forth? What do they do?
They can contact us at joystick_show on Twitter, joystickshow@gmail.com, which is our Gmail, and they can also go to our Discord at Joystick Show.
All right, very good. So speaking of, he was just saying, hey, the volume's high. I think we launched on a brand new microphone I got here for Father's Day, birthday / whatever. The Hyper XS. Look at all the pretty colors. It's a beautiful thing.
I love this microphone, yeah.
Yeah, so big endorsements, no, or actually we don't get endorsed on it. We should have had 2 of them sent to us, right? We should have reached out. What's up with that? So if you want to be part of the show, you said?
Yep,
okay.
I already said.
We already said. We're moving on from that. Speaking of volume, though, I do want to mention a quick apology last week. I know we had some issues with recording on level, so if you caught the show last month, I think a couple of them blasted you out after trying to listen in, so we wanted to formally apologize for that, and we're on that to make sure that doesn't happen in the future. But thanks for hanging with us in a nice normalized tone now, right? So let's jump. Before we do, though, we actually have a special Father's Day sponsor as well here. Well, thank you for that. So our crack sales team went out and found it. It's called Father Figure, the bobblehead doll of your dad. Just send us a picture of him, and it will be digitally lasered and 3D printed on a swiveling spring body of your choice. Mr. Universe, Captain America, Professor X, or Austin Powers, including his mini-me. Just $88.88 and mention Joystick for free shipping. Go to fatherfigurebobble.co.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
Actually,
Nice.
I actually think there was something like that out there somewhere already. I don't know what it's called.
Probably, yeah. Probably customizable.
Right. So, cool. All right, so as always, we jump in and we talk about the gaming front, what's on the gaming front, and what we're playing. So let's jump right in.
Oh, wait, there's no music going into it.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
You stopped like there was going to be music.
No, I didn't. I'm waiting for you. I'm stopping to listen to you.
Well.
What are we doing? What are you playing?
The 2 games I'm playing right now are very different in style. I guess I'll talk about the first one, which I've been really excited for, is the Cycle Frontier. It just technically released on June 8th, but it's in a preseason right now, and the game fully releases on the 22nd.
Okay.
And
this is PC or console?
PC.
PC?
I believe it's only on PC right now, but the developers have mentioned that they want to bring it to all consoles, just not right now because they're still working on fine-tuning the game for PC. But I've talked about this before because they had closed betas a while back. Probably talked about it in October. But they have been working with these betas to make their game really good, and then fully releases now. So no more wipes, because it was fun, but it was annoying because when I played the betas, all the progress would be wiped because it would open the next one. But basically, which matters in this game specifically, because what I've talked about it before, what this game is it's like Escape from Tarkov, if you've ever played that, where you have your own stash of loot, and you are in your base camp, and then you go down onto the world with loot that you bring in, and you try and come out with more, or you die and lose all of it.
Okay.
So, I don't know what number it was to go back to try to explain the game, or what number show it was, but, basically, just to sum it up, that's what it is. You're in this space camp, almost like a like a base up floating in space. And
Starbase.
Yeah, and that's where you have all your loot, all your stash, all your money. That's where your room is. You can upgrade your storage, your inventory, your safe pocket, which when you go down onto the planet to like explore and pick up loot, you have a safe pocket where if you put it in your safe pocket, you keep it even if you die.
Okay.
But it's a very small amount of loot that you can put in there.
Yeah.
And it's really fun because there's a lot of risk to it. Where you go down, you could spend all your time getting this really big, like really good set of armor and weapons to go down and try and kill other people or kill PvE.
Yeah.
And then you get down there and you die and lose all of it.
Oh boy.
Or since you have such good loot, you can get kills easier. So it's really fun because they also have other stuff that you lead to, like doing missions for factions and everything.
So there's like indigenous species down there,
yes,
different groups already.
It's PvP and PvE.
And there's monsters, like good monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, let's be blunt. You play these games, survival games, everything. I know a lot of these games is like that. Even Ark and everything, all this type of stuff. What makes this game better or different?
Because Ark is like...
Is it thematic? Is that the only difference?
No, so Ark is... The difference between Ark and that game... Well, actually, the reason that this game has a chance to be popular is because there's not many like it. Because there's not many in competition with it other than Escape from Tarkov.
How, though? Because they're all that way. Where
no,
you go
because
down?
Ark is different. So Ark and like Rust are very similar,
Yes.
as in you run around and you build a base that holds all of your loot,
Right.
and then you put all your loot in there in that base, and then you go out and you try and raid
Right.
people or do other stuff, and then you get raided and lose everything,
Right.
and then you start over.
So the only difference is they put you in space so nobody can touch you?
No, yeah, this game is your stash is your stash. Nothing can happen to all that loot. It's your inventory,
Okay.
and then you choose what you take out, what you risk, and you bring it back, but you can never really drop to nothing.
Oh,
Unless
okay.
you're really bad. Like in Rust
Right.
and Ark, you lose
Somebody could
everything
lose, yeah.
when you
Okay.
get raided.
But you like the theme of just having the kind of indigenous or going down,
No,
down,
it's not
killing,
even
and
that.
coming back
I
up.
don't know how to explain it, but it's a very different kind of game. Like, you drop in drop pods, and you, it's like,
Is the mechanics movement different? Is the fighting different?
No, okay,
Is it-
yeah. So I guess the cool thing about this game is it's more slower gunplay.
Okay.
So it's faster gunplay than Escape from Tarkov. I don't know if I keep mentioning it, but I haven't played it enough to explain that game. But basically, so the cycles, it's slower gunplay than like a typical fast-paced shooter or like battle royale even.
Yeah.
That you are very loud when you walk, especially considering how much loot you have on you. You're very loud when you walk, so people hear you coming up, and you can't do much when it comes to movement except just walk, run, and shoot. So
Okay.
Gunplay isn't like people just sprinting around, slide jumping into you and shooting you.
Yeah.
It's like more tactical, I guess.
like that. That's a nice
And-
feature. Anything closer to Rainbow Six Siege or something.
And depending on the guns that they have, you play it differently. So if you're coming up against someone with a bolty, you kind of have to, like a sniper, you kind of have to get closer.
Did you say bolty?
A bolt action sniper.
Oh,
bolty.
look at you! Look at you
I've
with
been
the
playing it
terms.
so much. I accidentally, yeah. A sniper. And then you have to play it closer, and it's like you have to get up, and depending on what you have, you might have a better chance of beating it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain for someone who hasn't played a game like Escape from Tarkov, but it's really fun. It's really enjoyable. And that game I'm looking forward to. They have a few like bugs and cheater problems going on, but it just came out, so hopefully they're gonna fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And the other game, really quick, is called Roller Champions. Roller Champions just got very popular right now, and it's like a sports game, almost like Rocket League.
Yeah.
But it's a little different. So you're on roller skates. You have a team of 3, and you go around this like arena that's like laps, and you skate around it and go through these little checkpoints. And your goal is once you get a full lap, you can throw the ball that you're holding into a hoop, or sort of like a hoop, it's a little circle, and you get a point. And the other team tries to tackle you to take the ball and then do a lap themselves and do points, or you could do a lap.
Sounds like roller derby meets Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's really fun.
I'll mention that. That would be so much funny. All those girls with the big tats now on brooms.
Oh, like
go ahead.
But like it's first to 5.
Yeah.
So you could go around and open the goal and get a point, or you can risk it and keep going around. And if you get 2 laps, you can score for 3 points.
Right.
But if the other team tackles you and gets possession of the ball, everything resets and the goal closes and you can't shoot.
And you can play teams? Is it co-op or is it?
It's teams. It's teams of 3 versus teams of 3. It's always teams 3 versus teams of 3. So if you play by yourself, you'll match with 2 other people.
Yeah, got it.
And it's really fun. I think it has a chance to be really popular.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so that's what you're playing?
Mm-hmm.
You've been playing it a while. I mean, we had some time away on vacay. We did a little bit of everything. I played, I didn't even mention FIFA. I didn't put this on my list. I played so much video games on my break. I was so excited to do it. So I'll mention FIFA 22 because we played it. So, 21. Didn't 22
21.
Yeah, 21. Played that for a little bit. Great. I mean, it's just a soccer game that's everybody knows and loves, right? So I had a chance to do that. But the big game, I played a little Naruto, right? Storm 4, right? Great game. Finishing that series up, which is another conversation. I'm going to finish, 500 episodes? I don't know, but that's another thing. It's only taken me 8 years or something to do it. But the two I want to talk about, the first one is, what was it called? I never looked at it. It was Resident Evil Bio Kraken.
Shock?
No, not Bioshock.
Resident Evil. No,
it's Bio Tech or something. Oh my god, I can't even remember what it was called now. Resident Evil Bio. What is it? Biohazard. Thank you. Jeez, I'm crow. So, played it. Now, here's something before I jump into it. If you remember the last episode, if not, you might want to go back and listen to the rant on this, because I was at a lull at point where every game I played, if you remember, I said, it's just, there's nothing there for me. I don't feel like there's involvement. You're engrossed in the game at all. It's kind of like the same old, and you go around, and I said, it would be great, if you remember last episode, and I'll just kind of recap, that if Hollywood came out with movies that interacted, kind of like that one movie we talked about by who was it, where you picked the direction and they moved the direction on it. It's like Batch Snapper, Bandersnatch, whatever. Well, I'm like, you know what? I just need a game. Maybe they'll come out with it someday where I can dive into a character and play him and tell him what to do and then move him a little bit and watch, right? It's kind of a movie. Well, literally a day after, I go to Game Pass to say, what's out there? Let me look around. Maybe I need to try some new genre. This Resident Evil Biohazard pops up. It is exactly what I was talking about. You literally take the form of a character, the protagonist, and you go through this haunted house-like thing, but you watch, and it's a storyline. You move a little bit around. There's jump scares, by the way, if you don't like scary movies, do not play this game, because I think I peed myself a little bit when I did it one time. I got a jump scare. It was crazy. I'm looking over my shoulder in the middle of the day while I'm playing. It's crazy. So we did that. And I got about halfway through it, went on vacation, and found out they pulled the game from Game Pass. So now I got to go in and drop 20 bones to finish the game. But it's that worth it. I'm willing to do it because it's that good. So, Resident Evil Biohazard, you walk through, the whole thing is a premise of you're basically captured in this house after you're a reporter going in to interview why there's all these deaths, right? And you go through it, and the whole thing is like these characters that live in the house that kind of haunt you and take you out. But everything is puzzle-like. So if you ever played some Tomb Raider or something that was kind of puzzle-based early on, single player, it's not co-op. However, you can play with another buddy at the same time and kind of go through the storyline together, which I did, which is kind of fun as well. And we're going to actually have Old Peculiar on if he joined to talk about this. But the point is that the game actually did allow you to dive deeper into the character and actually care about your character. Right?
Yeah.
That was cool. So I recommend, if folks last week were listening to the show, the Rumble Pack going, I get you, I know what you're saying, or you thought, hey, that would be a cool thing if they did a movie kind of mix, check this game out. Make sure you pick it up and try it. The other game I played just launched again as I went back old school. I say old school, and I think it was, when did the game come out? I'm wondering. It was a Crackdown 3. So I played the original Crackdown.
2019.
2019? Yeah. I played the original Crackdown, solved the whole thing. And then I think we started the second one, and I only got through maybe a quarter of it, right? Because I told you I don't finish very many games. The Crackdown 1 we finished, but Crackdown 2 we didn't. And I was like, okay, it's the same old kind of character running around, building up your character. Well, it's been now quite a few years. It was 19 that it came out. So it's now, 22? So, and plus, the other game before that. So it's probably 5-6 years since I played. And we're like, boy, this is fun. And I forget that the cool thing about this game is it's open world, right? It's got the kind of cartoony type of look, but it's got the GTA. You can drive vehicles. Not together though, strangely enough. It's co-opable, you can play with somebody else running around, solve missions. The way they set it up is if you go up, you level up. So does your colleague that you're playing with, which is nice. So you can work it together because the better you get, the farther you can jump, leap, parkour, all this type of stuff, and kick butt. There's missions you go on. So this Crackdown 3 actually has a campaign that you can do, which is fun, versus just open world going around and trying to do things like GTA or whatever. Picking minor missions. This has a direct mission to it as well, which is cool. So if, not to reminisce, or to go back, if you've already played Crackdown 3, you've already know what I'm talking about. Those that haven't, that are looking for something, this game I definitely delivered from the original game. It's still pretty. I always liked the artwork of this game. To me, it was the original Cyberpunk, quite frankly, and how it levels up everybody, cool cars and stuff like that. So, so I played Crackdown 3. So, I mean, right there's 4 games that I've been jumping into outside of board gaming. Right, so I've had a lot of downtime and opportunity, so it's been really good.
Yeah, I remember I played the first 2 Crackdown a while ago as well, and those were really fun. Like, I remember just, it wasn't even like they had a lot to do. It was just a lot of fun to, just because I haven't really seen anything like it before, because I played it like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Was just going into, like, they had this cool, like, it was your base on the water.
Yeah, that was the original one.
Yeah, and then inside you had, like, your cars and everything, and you'd take it out.
Yep.
And then you just run over everything on the street.
Yeah. Well, the cooler thing is that some buildings, like if you want to get to the top for some cool abilities, you have to leap and grab onto windows, but it's almost like a maze. Like there's some things that leave like a little one ledge open so you can get that to get up there, but outside of that, there's no way to get up there. Or you have to find a way to get so advanced with your jumps to be able to get to that. Right? Or fly or something.
Yeah, I remember just having fun with it because I would just leap around and drive over things and
it
blow
gives you
stuff
that,
up, and it was really cool.
It gives you that roller coaster feel too when you run and jump off. It's like, fall to the ground, but you don't die. So that's the kind of interesting thing too, is like, you're like a super agent, so you don't necessarily die when you fall.
It was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, so that's what we're playing. That's time for the news.
The Joystick News Report. Joystick News!
All right, the news. Let's talk about, what do we have here? It was actually, I know with a lot of time we have off, I went in and was trying to find interesting stuff. There's a lot of random stuff out there, but some of the stuff that we can look forward to, I saw that popped up is Fallout 5. I saw Fallout 5 coming. Now, I know the Fallout 76 was a pretty good game, but a lot of people go back to the Fallout 4. That's their go-to game. Yeah. So this is a big deal. However, I think when they said they announced it, I don't think it's going to be out till like 2026, right? Which means what, 2027 or 28? Yeah. Right? But they did announce it. So for those that, Bethesda's now Microsoft, right? Part of their conglomerate. And by the way, all these games I mentioned to you before, I was playing, it's all console-based stuff I was playing. So it's been really fun. I haven't really hit the PC. But this game looks like it's going to be for both. And, Fallout 5, it looks, I know they're in the middle of, they have Elder Scrolls 6 still planned ahead of Fallout 5 to make. That's supposed to be out in 2023, right? Yeah, 2023. And they have, what's the one?
Elder Scrolls 6, actually,
No, that's 2020.
I think they pushed it back.
Did they? Because they're doing that, what's it called, Starfield?
Yep. And Starfield, I think, I don't know much about it, but from what I've heard, I think that might be a really cool game.
Well, it's coming in 2023. That one is for PC and Xbox. So is that really going to be exclusive to Xbox?
I guess so.
Yeah, because it's Microsoft, right? So, Starfield, and it's a, that whole thing, I mean, that's going to be, isn't it like, what's the game? Mass Effects. Didn't they do Mass Effects?
Did they?
Who did Mass Effects?
No, the Mass Effect was, wasn't it like Bungie or something?
It might have been. I don't know. But I just remember when I see it, it looks like it's it looks like very similar to BioWare.
Oh, BioWare.
Right? I keep thinking Bethesda and BioWare. I get them mixed up on that. But it looks a lot like that. It might be their version. You know what I mean? Just a little cooler.
Well, no, I think it's good. So you know Skyrim, how it's
Yeah.
open world and all that.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Skyrim in space.
Oh, it is. Oh,
In
that's
space.
totally different then.
So like a single player.
Yeah.
And it's like open world, and it's apparently it's supposed to be another one of those, travel to any planet ones.
Oh, okay.
But I hope.
Well, that's totally different then.
No, I
well,
hope.
not really, because Witchcall you could travel to different planets too.
Yeah, I hope what they do
Mass
is,
Effect.
and I don't know a lot about this game, so I could be completely wrong, but I hope what they do is instead of making it so, oh, you can go to billions of different randomly generated planets,
Yeah.
I hope they make it so there's like, you're in a solar system, and there's 9 planets, or how many ever,
Yeah.
and they're all, like, their own special, I guess,
Ecosystems or
yeah,
whatever.
like,
Yeah.
they're not, obviously if it's going to be a huge planet, it's got to be a little bit randomly generated here and there, but,
Right.
you know, do stuff to it, like customize them out as much as you can.
Yeah.
They'll make it more interesting, because I recently played this game a while ago. I talked about it's called Outer Wilds.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was really cool because there's all these different planets, but they weren't massive, they were small, so like you could fly around them, you could see yourself like going around the planet, like
Oh,
they're
wow.
really tiny,
Yeah.
but they had so much life in them. Like one of them was a complete water planet.
Yeah,
So you'd go
that's
down
cool.
and you'd pass
Kind of like
the-
Star Wars.
Yeah, you'd pass through the clouds.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you pass through the clouds, you just see all these waves and thunderstorms and
Oh,
like
no
there's
kidding.
tornadoes and everything.
Yeah.
And then you'd fly around the water, and then every once in a while, you'd see like a little platform or an island to land on. And that was really cool. And then you go to another planet that was just like a normal like Earth-looking planet.
Hasuk, all trees.
Yeah. And that was really cool, but they were tiny, but it was still
Yeah.
fun.
That's fun.
So
I
they-
like that idea.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it,
Start.
but if it's like, I probably think it'll be really cool if it's anything like Skyrim or
Yeah.
something where it, I don't know,
You could do it from
get better
space.
stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, I just mentioned Mass Effect. You know, I talk about being involved in your character. That was a game that did that too, because you got to answer questions. It was a little clunky on how you did it. Had to do a lot of reading. It was a little more choose your own adventure-ish stuff. But so I don't know. It doesn't look like. So I take that back. It doesn't even look like it's going to be that. But the concept of maybe the characters you get to play and so forth. I don't know. We'll stay on that and check it out. Another thing out I saw was Diablo. Diablo 4 they announced as well. So if people remember a couple, episodes ago, we actually started. I started playing Diablo 3. And of course, I think that's kind of what got me on my rant of just not getting involved in the character. I was developing this character that I really didn't care about. You know, in the end, it was some witch doctor character. And it's just, you know, button mashing. We went in. The cool thing was you changed up your type of weaponry, if you will. In other words, like he did different ghost launches, or he did, you know, all these kind of unique attack features, which I think is the real value of Diablo, is they really get into a ton of different customization of your character in regards to how it attacks, right, and equipment and so forth. So in that sense, it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it really didn't. It was real time. We were looking for a turn-based game, right? And I just recently, what was it? What did I just saw? I saw recently said there was a game that was going to be turn-based. Where did I see it? It looked really cool. Did I mention it on the last show? And it was something weird because it was not normally just a general game that came out, but it looked like it was going to be turn-based. I'll think about it maybe as we go through. But anyways, Diablo 4, they have it set for launch as well, and it looks like the same old stuff, right?
But
You're gonna
open world.
Open world, yeah.
So the
Open
other
world.
ones were open world, or
Well,
no?
the other one was a map-based world, meaning, you know what I mean, where you kind of went to one and then it loaded you into the screen of that area.
Yeah.
So it was more area-based than open world. Does that make sense? When you go
Yeah,
through
but when
it?
you have a top-down, I think that's it still constitutes open world.
Does it?
Because
Okay.
like, I think yeah, because was it like you just go through the map and then you walk through
And then you
whatever
go to
and
a
you
portal
get to
and go to
another
another
map.
map. Yeah.
But you keep going back and forth and do
Yes.
whatever there. And
Yes, you could
I think
do that.
it's the same. I think.
Okay. Well, I mean, not quite. I think there is some kind of hybrid version, right? Open world. Interesting thing, though, is they said it's going to be a full-price game when it comes out, so it's not a downloadable content or anything. I mean, Diablo 4, this is for a reason, number 4. And then they said we'll have optical cosmetics. Now, I had to look, I was trying to figure out what the heck that was, because I think it's just about taking advantage of the engine and so forth on it. So optimistically, what are they looking here? I saw it here. cosmetics. That's going to be, let's see, where does it say? So reading between the lines, it seems that impact of there could be a lack of paid gaming, but with the modern Blizzard, you never know how it might end. The big straightforward takeaways here is that it is still a full-price game with optional Diablo 4 cosmetics. That's going to be giving a lot of people some interest, because it's going to be a full price, so they can re-customize new characters and new situations. So I don't know. That to me, it was like, okay, just another game they're going to be rolling out. I don't know if there's going to be any changes. I don't see any mechanical changes in the game either. So maybe it's just a new storyline. But if you love the Diablo storylines, right? It's another book, another chapter that somehow you can get through and read. Probably have to wait till level 60 before it gets fun. I don't know, because that's what I was told Diablo 3 was going to be. We had to get to like level 60. I was at level 24, and I was still pretty much doing the same stuff I did at level 2. So, but with that said, we'll see. That was in the news. What else we have?
Well, we have the PS4 or the PlayStation Plus tier.
Oh, that's right. Remember we talked about how they are going to break up? So Game Pass is where they had it. They actually have a Plus version now. So like Game Pass, right? You can actually now sign up and have a tiering system where you get better games, better discounts, better options and stuff like that. And they said they were going to launch it, and sure enough, they did. I think it was in May. The end of May they launched it as well. So PlayStation 4 folks out there, I'm sure you're already on it. See, you probably got a million emails, and if you did get it, if you email us, I'd like to know your thought, because we don't hit the PlayStation 4 that hard. I pay enough in streaming services plus Game Pass. So how do they get a hold of us if they want to know or let us know?
You can let us know at our what's the best one?
Email?
Discord or Twitter.
Yeah, you can do that.
At joystick_show on Twitter, or at joysticksbase show on Discord.
Right, joystickshow@gmail.com. That works too. Just let us know. I mean, if you did pick up the PlayStation Plus, just give us a couple of pieces on it. Let us know what you think of it. We'd appreciate it, because we'd like to share that with the Rumble Pack. The last couple things here, or last thing actually, is the Switch. I took a look and I saw, as we get back into this, how I said people are back to work, right? People are playing less games now because they have to go in. There's no less remote action going on. They had some really hard times the past first quarter of 2022 in game sales. So I took a look and they said the Switch is the #1 selling hardware right now. Because I'm wondering if people are like, well, I'm just going to take my Switch with me to my office or to where I got to go now, right? Remote, and still play some games. So it's interesting to see, because I don't think there was any huge surge in games.
Well, they have to be making so much money on those consoles that they could bring the game price down. I honestly think they would make more money on the games if they just bring the prices of them down, because they're selling games that came out in 2015 for $60.
Wow.
Like, they continue to sell old games that they know are just old and nostalgic for money, for $60.
And people are paying it, though. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
no, it stops me from paying. It probably stops a lot of other people as well. Like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been out for so many years.
Yeah.
Like at least 6 years or something, and they and I want it. I want to get it, but every time I look, it's $60 and I'm not getting it. If it was $30, I probably would have gotten it already.
Wow. So maybe, I mean, that's something to look at, because I know that, the industry was down 19%, right, compared to a year ago right now in sales. That's pretty substantial. And so it was the lowest, and they've had the lowest monthly spend in some time. So I don't know, like I said, the only thing that's really highlighting right now is the fact that the Nintendo platform is still cranking away, and people are still buying it, because what they're doing is they're buying it, and then they're going in and have to buy these $60 games for it. So I'm wondering if it's still that they're just keeping them high because people are buying the hardware for the first time, so they're gonna have to buy the games for it, right? That's probably why it's being done that way, until they maybe hit mass sales of the Switch. Maybe then you'll start to see it coming down. But until then, not happening. All right, I think that's it. That's a nice little update on the news. That's the news.
This concludes your Joystick News Report.
Joystick News. All right, so our question is, as always, I asked the very important question. It's time for the riff rap. What's going on there? Anything at all? Let me just wait. I just blew the dust off of ours. What are we doing? Anything? Nothing. We're going to talk to our... you remember last show we had, or the show before we had Bogey Complex on? right? Our cousin.
Yeah.
He picked up the Quest.
Quest.
We're gonna see him the next week or two. We'll have to check that Quest 2 out and have come back to you on the Quest 2. If you haven't had the Quest 2, thinking about Quest 2, or just thinking about getting into VR, or want to upgrade from like we have the original, we might have some information for you next show as well. But I don't really have anything else. Do you on that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
VR is kind of slow right now.
Right. All right. Now let's jump into
Deal of the week.
All right. What do we have for the deal? Any deals? I mean, I saw.
Well, I would continue to watch Epic Games. Epic Games is doing their free games every I think it's week and a half now.
Okay.
They've always been doing it throughout the entire year. They've been giving out just free games every once in a while, but they have a specific summer one where they're giving out AAA games.
Really?
For free. They do this every summer. And even Christmas.
Well, that's different than Nintendo.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
So they're just giving them out, and you can just keep an eye on their launcher as they release them, and you'll kind of see what's there, what's to offer.
Gotcha.
I think the most recent one was Maneater, which was that shark one where you the one where you play as a shark and you go around and you level up and all that, which is pretty cool. The one before that was Wolfenstein something.
Yep.
That's
actually a good game. Earlier games. Boy, in Commodore 64 day, the Wolfenstein was the game.
Yeah, and the first one to kick it off was actually Borderlands 3 too. So these are big games that they're giving out. So.
Wow, that's really good. Yeah, I mean, a couple of things as far as that I did. Speaking of the Switch, Nintendo did have a sale on South Park, the Stick of Truth, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle for $14.99. Telling Lies, $5.99. 12 Minutes, 17. Nobody knows what these are, do they? Nothing. Yeah, so there's not much going on there. Cyberpunk, Microsoft was offering Cyberpunk 2077, after all the fixins for $30. Mentioned FIFA 2020 or 22.
I've actually heard some good things about Cyberpunk now.
Not really?
No, I have heard good things now.
Why? What was going on?
Well, apparently it's playable now. It's a really good game. It's still, people are saying it's still not what they promised, and it's still gonna be the biggest upset. But and it's still not everything that they said they were gonna do. But it's playable. There's not very many bugs at all now.
That's good.
And it's still a cool game in itself that you can go.
Yeah, but I'm still. What's it called? What's the line you kids use when you're upset about something?
Disappointed.
No, that's normal. You say fire. That's fire, or that's whatever. When you're totally turned off on something. That's what.
I don't know.
Come on, give me a make up a word. Totally.
I'm sorry.
All right. Anyways, all right. Trying to be generational here. I'm trying to get in your world.
I don't know.
It's just not working, is it?
Yeah.
All right. So the other thing is Kingdom Come Deliverance. Is for $7.50.
Ooh, nice.
That was the one. What game was that? The one that originally where we said we wanted to get because you can, when you attack, it's got the mechanics where you actually can hurt an arm, hurt different parts of the body.
Yeah. One of our friends, Consume Gorgon, played it. He really liked it.
Well, it's $7.50 on Microsoft right now from the Microsoft One. Also, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is $24, $23.99.
That game was good. I played that.
Because that's not on Pass, right? So that's why you want to pick that one up for sure. I might actually look at the Deliverance for $8. I might just play it for a night. It might be worth it to check it out. So, those are some good updates as far as games that are out for deals to take a look at. All right, lastly, let's go into new releases. So I know it's been a little bit since we jumped on. I know we worked ahead, thankfully. But just taking a look at June, what do we have here on some releases? Spellforce 3 came out on the 7th. I don't know if you've played that at all. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles just launched. Shredder's Revenge. That's for PlayStation 4, believe it or not. I don't know if it's on other platforms. But I saw...
Roller Champions just released.
Roller Champions? Okay. Oh, yeah. That was at the end of May. Vampire the Masquerade for Series X. That might be on multiple platforms as well. You want to take a look at that as well. Anything else that came out that stands out? There wasn't a ton of action besides the turtles. What's for Switch? Mario Strikers Battle League came out on the 10th.
I don't know.
No? Nothing?
Don't know what that
Switch brought out Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. What do you think of that? That was a good game, actually.
On the Switch?
On the Switch. It came out on the 8th.
Interesting.
So if you guys love that game, do have a Switch, do it. Starship Troopers on the on PC. I wonder how good that shooter is. That was a huge B-movie cult following as well. Starship Troopers, you gotta watch it. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh, you gotta check it out. It's a good movie. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for new releases. Total War Medieval 2 for iOS. Must be you can download it and just play it on iOS.
Well, that's all in May.
Oh, that was in May.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's old. Yep. So, trying to see if there's anything coming out though. This is as of coming soon. Wild Mage Phantom Twilight. That's not out till August, but that's something to look forward to. Resident Evil 2. Which one is this? Resident Evil 2 and 3 is all coming out. They said I think they're just relaunching on the new platforms. Is what they're doing with that as well, and that'll be out or is out, depending on when you hear this as well. In July, Dracula is coming out for PC. Those that like that world, the Dracula world, that's something too. That's out. All right, that's it. That's the show for this week on a Father's Day special.
Alrighty,
it's good stuff, right? We appreciate it. Again, if you let us know on that PlayStation Plus, and they have an Essential, a Premium, a Premier, or something, different versions, whatever you have, let us know. If they want to be a part of the show, jump on the show, father and son, mother-daughter, mother-son, father-daughter. Did I nail them all?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess, in the normal world.
Yeah.
So how do they get a hold of us?
You can get all of us at joystick_show on Twitter, at joystickshow@gmail.com, our email, or our Discord at joystick_show.
There you go. All right, very good. Until next time, Rumble Pack, game on.
Joystick, the Joystick Show.